Hey guys, hey, it's Bostnfn back with another TTM video. I've got 6 returns to share today. Sorry I haven't followed in a while or shared in a while, but life comes up and sometimes I just don't feel like making videos. But today I do. It's like 5:45 in the morning. Usually I open the returns fresh, but there were 2 that came back in the last week that I was eager to open. One because it had an old stamp on it, and I was like very eager, and then the other you'll see why and I'll explain. So I'll show those 2 off to you first. First one came back in about 1,000 to 1,200 days, was sent before my son was born, who's now 2.5. It's Doug Fister. So I sent to him specifically to get him on the Red Sox card. I think that's update. It is. And I also sent this. I remember having that. Well, here's that. 2016 Topps. So he signed 2 of 2 in about 2.5 years. Always a nice surprise to get something back. It's so long ago I forgot that I sent it, but then seeing it, I remember trying to get him on the Red Sox card, and he had been a good signer through all his teams, so I sent it to the Rangers. He's since retired and kept all his requests, and used them to stuff pillows and fill the cracks in his couches and stuff, and pulled mine out. So that's really nice to get. Really nice to add a Red Sox card. Now the second one is, I'm not going to bear any shame, it's Paul Molitor on a Hall of Fame plaque. And I was eager to open this one just because he's changing his fee, and he set the deadline of June 1st. So this came back, it's postmarked June 1st. So I got it back like June, I don't know, I got it back Monday or so, I suppose. But as soon as I heard he was changing the fee, I sent this out right away. And I was hoping that he would count anything postmarked by June 1st. I didn't know, with mail being the way it is, and I've heard in the upper Midwest that it's particularly slow at times, that he would get it by the June 1st deadline. Obviously he did, looking at the postmark coming back. But I was eager to see if, let's see, keep that right there and don't move it. Maybe that could be a thumbnail. To see if I could get it back. That's an addition to my Hall of Fame plaque collection, and one day I'll actually like to show them all off to you guys. But I did get to sneak it in for the $20, and then anyone who sent him recently gets this printed note with his new fees. So flats, not including rookie cards, and plaques are going to be $30. Plaques will be $40 now, so he's doubling the price. So I was glad to get that in, and when I saw the envelope come back, I could tell there was a plaque in it. Excuse me. So I was very eager to open it. But the last 4 I haven't opened yet, as is my tradition with you guys. I keep them sealed. And I have a mixture of newer envelopes and older ones, so who knows what's in here? I definitely don't. So the last 4 coming up first is Bruce Look. So there should be a 69 Topps card in here, hopefully. There is, signed nicely in blue pen. A little bit of smudging on the L, but obviously that looks really nice. The blue looks fantastic with the light blue background and his jersey. Brand new to my collection. Picked that up on Sports Lots, sorry, and finally got it out to him. Another thing I'm instituting, guys, is when I write letters, I'm also taking these little sticky notes and writing down kind of notes of what I noted in the letter, what I noted from their career, to give you guys some information, because frankly, I don't have any information about Bruce Look because I didn't write anything down. So Kiko Garcia went out this year. He's the first one. And as you see, when I get him back, I'll have this. I don't know how I'm going to organize it, but I'll be able to tell you guys that he hit 400 in the 79 World Series with 6 RBIs, just to give you guys a little bit of information about the player, because I pull a lot of common players out of my bins and send them, and they would have no bearing on a lot of people. And, there's a bunch of people in the Facebook groups and stuff I belong to who make comments like, why do you guys send to scrubs? Well, my opinion on it is that, yeah, maybe they're a scrub player overall, and you wouldn't care to have them on your team if you're following the Mariners or the Giants or the Red Sox or whomever. But, if we look at Bruce Look, in 69 for Minnesota, he hit 246, 9 RBIs. Had 29 hits, 7 runs. So at some point in some game, there was some kid who saw Bruce Look collect a hit or knock in a run. And that was significant to that kid. Even as a teenager, when I saw someone hit a home run, I went home that day thinking like, cool, like I saw Olmedo signs If anyone remembers him on the A's, he had a little bit of power, but not consistent. Smash a home run in Fenway Park, and the Red Sox won the game going away. But I remember going home and just thinking like, whoa, he hit one out. Like, he crushed that. That was awesome. And, he's a scrub player, but that day he was significant and he made an impact. And I think that any major league player at some point makes an impact. And there's some kid or some person, Doug Fister, had a okay career, I guess. But, there must have been one day where he threw a shutout. And that day people were going home saying, man, he pitched awesome. And that's significant to me. That's a significant piece of history. It might not, make any history book ever. But for someone on some given day, that player made something important to somebody, an important memory. Maybe it was, Bruce Lee knocked in the first run that someone ever saw knocked in. So I just try to make even the common players relevant. And so I'm hoping to get more information on players for you guys, so you guys know how long they played, who they played for, and if there's anything interesting. Third up is a very long return. Jose Cardinals. I do not remember sending this, but he signed a 75 tops. 77 top set card, I think, because I don't think I had him on it, and a 72 tops. So this is, I'm not going to show you my address. I'll cover my address up. I think it's stamp that I usually send with, I think. Yeah. So it didn't flag it, but this is an old send out. This is probably bordering on Doug Fister, a couple of years. I'll have to go look that up, but Jose Cardinals was a longtime player, outfielder. Pretty famous. His name, I think, to me, always kind of stood out as though he was, a perennial all-star. He wasn't. He was probably an all-star a couple times. 73, he hit 303 for the Cubbies. Had a little bit of power, but that's nice. That's a set hit for 77. That's awesome. And one that I sent out years and years ago. And he used to be a very consistent signer. And then I think I, after a few years, tried to double dip, and then he kind of stopped. But I've seen some people getting him back after really long waits, but I honestly don't remember sending to him. So that's a really nice surprise. Obviously not new to my collection because I have gotten him before, but 2 surprises in a week are pretty awesome. This one came back quick. This is Brad Johnson, quarterback for the Washington Redskins, but most notably for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he's pictured in a Washington uniform there. And there he's in Tampa Bay. Brad Johnson, decent quarterback his whole career. Put up decent numbers, never stellar. I think he was a 2-time Pro Bowler. But he was the winning quarterback in Super Bowl 37. So I saw that he signed. I had 3 cards of him. New to my collection, don't have a Brad Johnson autograph. Rob Johnson was a way worse quarterback. So that's really nice. That came back pretty quick. He usually, from what I remember, takes a couple months. But I figured free, not Hall of Fame, free Super Bowl winning quarterback. Yes, please. And he's, the one that broke up Brady's 4-peat. So Brady didn't make the playoffs that year. And then lastly, for the week, even though this video is way long, is Mike Parrot, brand new to my collection. I sent him 5 cards. He's 80 tops, 82 tops, a little smudging there, 81, 82 Donruss, and an 81 tops. So, another 80 tops. So why don't we make this week's giveaway? To win, all you have to do is send an email to my channel email, and you need to be a subscriber. I'm trying to get my subscriber numbers up, but I realize I don't post frequently enough to really do that, but I want to try to get them up. And then I'll send this to you. I won't send it in a top loader because I'm running out of them, but it'll be between 2 index cards. And it's completely free. I provide the stamp. I provide the envelope. You just give me your address. So 1980 tops Mike Parrot if you want to see the signature. That's what it comes out at. So that's the giveaway. First person to claim it in email wins. For these things, I don't do comments. I don't do, contests. Maybe I should. I know Eddie at Eddie's Baseball Autographs saves stacks, and then he does some kind of comment, or you just have to comment, and then he does the cool wheel. I don't want to copy him too much, so free if you want it. Again, I don't have my little sticky for Mike Parrot. He pitched several years, mostly for the Mariners. Never made a huge impact. Was he on the 77 Mariners? I guess that would be the most important thing. 77. He's on the 77 Orioles. No, so he wasn't even on the original Mariners. So I don't know what impact he had on the major leagues. But that's something I'm hoping to rectify with future returns. So this is my week. This is a long video. Thanks for watching. A couple really nice surprises in Fister and Cardinal. Three newbies and Look, Brad Johnson, and Mike Parrot. And then I was glad to get the Molitor plaque in by his feed change deadline. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy my content. I hope you guys learn something from my content. Please leave a comment if there's any way I can improve, or if I'm boring as hell. Whatever. I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully it won't be so long till I do my next video. Thank you. Bye.